Do you have questions about full-time RVing? Hi, I'm Steve Turtle and I'm a work camper. This channel's about Jill and me, our adventures, our travels, and a whole lot of work camper stuff. If you're a work camper or you're dreaming about becoming a work camper, you should subscribe and ring that bell. If you ring the bell, you'll get a notification every time I post a new story. You don't want to miss one. Last week we talked about our first serious flood here at Millbridge Village Camp Resort. Turtle lost his job. I had a work camper job interview, and I shared one of my work camper duties. If you missed last week's story and you'd like to see it, I'll leave a link right up there. This week I asked a fellow YouTube creator and full-time RVer 5 questions about work camping and full-time RVing. Monkey is stressed, and I have a RV hack for a fire ring. Monkey was a little stressed from last week. You know, Turtle got in on the joke and Monkey didn't get in at all, so he was a little concerned about his video time, whether or not he was or was not going to get some video time. So I told him I'd give him a little bit this week, but he's been stressed, so he's been working out with a stress ball. The proper way to use a stress ball is to throw it at the last person that upsets you. Okay, let's talk a little bit about work camping. One great thing about full-time RVing and work camping are the people you meet. Family, friends, YouTube creators from time to time. This week I had the pleasure of meeting Rob and Marie of Opa and Oma's Camping Adventures. So if you're looking for more work camper stories, pop over to their channel, subscribe, leave them a comment, tell them Steve Turtle sent you, and I'll leave a link to their channel right up there. Our meeting started out something like this.
Man, all right. Can you believe this? I'm exhausted. Where the heck is Steve Turtle?
Yeah, we're at the campground.
I thought he was.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh my God! He does exist!
They do exist! We had a nice visit. We went out to dinner, we had a cookout, and we took an opportunity to interview each other. Rob asked me 5 questions, and I asked Rob 5 questions. Questions about our adventures as work campers and full-time RVers. So to set the stage, we did not know what the other was going to ask. Here's how the interview unfolded. Okay, how do you make enough money work camping to sustain full-time RV life? You know, what do you guys do to keep yourself going?
Actually, other than that work camping that we did, we took that money to recover the money that we had put down on our new camper. We basically have been living off of what we gained when we sold our house, our boat, our ATV, the trailer that went with it. What else? All our furniture.
Right.
We're not bragging or anything,
Right.
but Marie was able to make us. We made close to $10,000 selling all our belongings inside the house.
Yeah.
So, and as you know, the cost of RVing really isn't that expensive if you can stay in one place for a period of time.
Right.
And when we stayed in Quartzsite last winter for 4 months, we spent very little, just enough for propane and gasoline and food.
Right.
So, yep. We have an emergency fund, which is the 401k. Because I left it with my former company, I don't get penalized if we do need to take money out. But we did take some out, but it was to pay this off to save the interest.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how we're surviving. And but trying the gate guarding, unless I'm jumping to another question of yours.
No, you're good. You're good.
Gave us the knowledge to know that if we needed to make a quick buck, that we could run down to Texas and go gate guarding for a month and make $8,000 and go, hey, thanks, and turn around and leave again. So, you know, but you do have to be able to stand the heat right now, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, if I have some.
I have to put my glasses on. Okay, I'm gonna get some fancy glasses when I go down to Mexico.
You can. I'll do.
Are there enough jobs in places you would like to work, and what type of work do you prefer? Work camping.
Okay. We're happy with what we're doing now, especially in Pennsylvania, because we can be close to the family. but we are campground host for a state park. And right this year, 2019, we are doing it for 8 weeks. If we had a little bit more time, you know, it's maybe 12 weeks if our boss is watching. We'd be happier with that, because we don't want too much free time, but we want just enough free time to go spend time with the kids while we're here. As far as going out to California in the winter, we don't find it a real necessity to have to work while we're out there, but that is where most of the jobs are. As you know, we did try gate guarding. It was okay. We had a few issues. I think we know now what we would look for if we went back to do it again. Our license is still good until February of 2021 for Texas. For those of you that don't know, you got to have a license to gate guard. So we wouldn't hesitate to say, and in fact we talked about it last night, that if our winter campground expires April 1st and we have a full month available, why not go home through Texas and go work for a month before we go back to Pennsylvania?
Even if it wasn't working for a whole month, it's a little bit of work, a little bit of money.
Sure. And sometimes, you know, whether you want to or not, it might be for a short period of time, like
Exactly.
overnight.
We've been there, done that.
Yeah, we've done some of those overnight jobs.
We had talked about possibly doing like pickup work, you know, where you're available if somebody has an issue and they need to leave.
Oh, yes.
And just pick it up for a weekend.
A relief crew.
Yeah, relief crew. So
Now, have you investigated that?
I have not, to a degree.
I mean, do you go live in their camper while they're gone, or do you bring your own camper on site?
I'm not sure. I do need to do a little research for that.
Or do you keep your camper in a campground and then just drive over during the period that they want to?
You just work out of your vehicle?
Work out of your vehicle.
We know, I saw a few that were asking to do that, a day job. And a lot of them that I was reading let you stay in their camper. You get the camper for the day. So.
Yeah. Well, we had I
That's
told
all
you there was 2 gate guards at our site, and
Right.
he came up and relieved me once and just sat in the vehicle.
Oh.
I mean, he was welcome to go in and out of the camper. He said, no problem, he'd just pee in the field and he'd be fine.
Oh, jeez.
What is your traveling like? And I already know this, but you got to tell everybody else.
Okay.
Do you have like a routine, north for the summer, south for the winter, or certain jobs? But
Well, we've only been full timing since March of 18.
right.
We spent last summer doing some traveling while we were waiting for a house to be sold and stuff. And then we had already had plans that because we're in it. That's our ice
That's
maker.
the ice maker.
Yeah, you can turn that off.
That's fine. People need to know that we have ice.
Yeah, I'm not turning off mine. Just
There
gonna
you
need
go.
it for later.
She's not turning her
She's
ice
not
on.
turning it off.
I'm not doing it. Okay.
We had already known before we left Pennsylvania that our ultimate goal was to try Quartzsite, Arizona. We saw so many videos about it. It was the ideal temperatures.
Yeah.
We already had solar. I was prepared to dump our own tanks, pump our own water, do all of that. I said, we're going to Arizona. And we did it for 4 months.
Right.
And then some guy in a tent told us about gate guarding, and that blew the rest of that.
Do you want to divulge the name or just save it for another day?
You mean Bill and Darla?
I don't know. Bill and Darla?
Yeah.
He talked
They
you
don't
into
watch
it?
my videos anyway. They'll never get
He
wind of
talked you
this.
into it? That guy.
Him and that Jenkins guy.
Somebody-
No, they had suggested, they asked us if we knew about it, which we had not. And she said, well, come on, let's go try it. What could it hurt? We're not
Yeah.
doing anything. Our friends had already left us, so we were sitting in the desert by ourselves. Well, not all our friends. Dawn and Pam were still there, but we thought, what the heck? Let's go give it a try. And we tried it, and we did it for 8 weeks, a full 2 months.
Yeah.
Including the travel, and then we said we've kind of had enough. So
Right. I think
Nice
some
to be
people.
able-
I think, yeah, it's nice to be able to leave.
nice to be able to say I quit and not have any remorse.
And it's that kind of job.
It is.
It's really, for me, it's really nice because, you know, as long as you're fair to them, they're fair to you. You could pretty much leave when you want to leave.
Yep. Yep. And
Well,
if
you
you
can
if you
leave,
don't slam
period.
the door or burn the bridge when you leave,
Right.
you can probably call them up and
Right.
go back to work for them. In fact, just 6 weeks ago, they called us and said, "Hey, you guys ready to go back to work?" And
Yeah.
and in the back of our minds, we're going, "You know how hot it is in Texas? No, we'll see you in November if we come."
Yeah. We're in it. I know. Because I want the money.
Yes, it's all about the money.
That's right.
It's
All
like,
about the
how much money can you make?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's about the money.
Oh, would you have done something different? As far as getting out on the road and becoming full-time, you're okay with?
I spent so much time on YouTube trying to look this up. It was like I was just chomping at the bit, ready to do. There were things that you heard, like putting things in storage.
Yes.
And then the more we looked into it, we'd follow the same group or YouTuber, and then we turn around and find out that YouTuber a year later was downsizing their storage.
Yes.
And then eventually got rid of their storage and wondered why did they even have storage.
Yes.
So, we were firm about making sure we had nothing to put in storage. Now I had tools and stuff, and but my son had storage at his house, and he knows that if something ever happened to me, that the tools are his.
Right. It's hot. It's hot out here. It's hot everywhere.
And I have a toolbox that I can go do anything that I need to do to the camper. So to say, did we do something different? No, we like the choices we made. I think we're going to continue to do it. Not to say that we might hear something that we've never heard about before and go, hey, let's go try that.
Right.
So we're adventurous couple.
I don't think we changed anything.
Huh?
I don't think we changed anything.
Probably.
All right. So, all right, your last one.
Yep, last one.
Survey says.
Oh, it looks like we're getting.
Oh.
You're doing another one.
Huh? What?
No, he had the last one.
Was that?
If I had the first one, he has the last
He
one.
has another one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't. What do you do for health insurance?
Well, you got put me on the spot there.
Well, I don't mean to.
No,
don't
you didn't.
We could edit it out.
No, that's
Oh, no,
fine.
It's good for people to know.
We started out with a company that had, we wanted to make sure we had coverage in case of a heart attack or a stroke.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
And so we had a health care insurance, and then we had another insurance that would cover whatever that insurance didn't cover.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
It wasn't expensive. But what happened was after we joined them, 6 months after we joined them, they went, oh, we made a mistake. We didn't give you the right rate, and it went up.
Okay.
And we thought, okay, well, it's not too bad. Okay, we'll pay the difference, keep everybody happy. Then I guess there was a falling out between the people providing the insurance and the actual healthcare provider.
Right.
Okay, because
Right.
it was kind of a ministry type of insurance.
Uh-huh.
And they said, we're sorry, we have to switch to another healthcare provider.
Mm-hmm.
And we said, okay. And now it's going to go up some more. Well, this time it was a significant price increase.
Right.
And I said, never mind.
Right.
In the meantime, we were actually paying for two insurances. We do have a wellness program, healthcare, especially since we're not mandated to maintain health insurance anymore
Right.
as of January 1st, 2019. Trump put that in effect.
Right.
Don't
I don't
say
have that much
nothing.
video left.
You'll have to edit that out that I said something good about Trump.
No, that's okay. we won't have
But
any liberals
when
watching.
he did that, but when he did that, it didn't force me into that mandated insurance. Yeah, we're being kind of risky here, but we have our wellness program, which will entitle us up to 3 doctor visits a year, plus 1 week in the hospital if we need it.
Yeah.
So that's basically what we have.
Okay.
And
because it's a challenge for everybody
Oh,
that
it
does
is.
this, especially before retirement and before that Medicare kicks in. So.
yeah, and
know,
it's going to be
just-
a longer wait for her. Marie's 4 years younger than me.
I thought you were a spring chicken.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm a
quit
spring
sucking
chicken.
up, Steve.
Think with the chicken guy.
Okay, so that's it.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Yep.
okay.
5 questions each.
Yeah.
Honest form.
And on a scale of 1 to 10, he was a 10 because he answered all of them. So that's good.
Well.
That's a good thing.
-1 for talking about Trump.
Oh, that's twice now.
Oh,
You said it.
no.
Oh, you have to bleep that word
Yeah,
out
it's
every
like,
time.
beep, beep.
And if you're making it a drinking a drinking game, make sure they're tall glasses, because I only said it twice.
Yes, that is true. All right.
All right, Steve.
Okay, well, thank you, sir.
Pleasure
I
meeting
appreciate
you.
you guys dropping by. Okay, all right.
All right, we're good.
Outstanding. I appreciate it.
Good.
Thanks, Rob and Marie.
See ya.
Bye, Steve.
Bye.
Bye. So that was my questions to Rob. If you want to hear my answers to Rob's questions, you'll have to go over to his channel and watch. Do you have any questions about work camping or full-time RVing? If you do, leave me a comment down below in the comment section. That way I'll have some questions to ask the next full-time RVer or work camper or YouTube creator about work camper questions and full-time RV questions. And we'll start to build a list of all these questions. It'll be good. It'll help everybody out. So if you got a question, leave a comment down below. I'll appreciate it. Well, I'm out and about in the park and I'm picking up sticks, straightening up everything, and I got an RV hack. I saw something out here. I thought it was pretty interesting, so I'm going to share it with you. You got to check this out. It's pretty cool. Innovation. See, we have fire rings, and the fire rings, if they sit on the ground, you don't get any ventilation. So you get a little ventilation. People put rocks up under there. But this is really cool. Somebody has put beer cans under there to lift it up so they could get some ventilation. Also put some smokes in there, and that's not right. Well, that's our story for the week. I hope you enjoyed this story. If you did, click like down below and smash that subscribe button if you'd like to hear more stories like this one. And ring that bell. You ring the bell, you'll get a notification every time I post a new story. You don't want to miss one. New stories every week on Wednesday, right here on this YouTube channel. Until later, thanks for your time. Bye.